Alright, because a lot of people have been asking me, I decided to make a video on how to downgrade from 9.3.4 to 9.3.3 to jailbreak your device. This is still possible, and it's only going to be possible until the IPSW is signed by Apple. So currently, if you go to the download website of the IPSWs, you can see the status of the iOSs, and you can also download them and use that to install on your device. You just got to make sure you pick out the right one and the right firmware. Currently 9.3.3 and 9.3.2 are still being signed. So currently, as of this video, so you still have a chance to downgrade if you accidentally upgraded, or if you accidentally did whatever you did. So the only bad part about this is that you won't be able to restore all the stuff that you have on your phone. So if you have any new emails, or well, it's not so much emails, text messages or pictures like that, I'll transfer that over and then save it somewhere or something, or send it, and then once you reapply the 9.3.3 back on your device, you can put all that information back on your device. Anyways, so here I have my iPad mini. It's on 9.3.4, and what I'm going to do is, like I was previously jailbroken, so what I'm going to do now is basically what I did, I just updated just to show the video. As you can see, I have PP right here. If I open PP, it says 9.3.4, and you can't really do anything. If you click on the circle, it just goes back, because it won't let you, because it's not made for 9.3.4. So since I can't use that, that's pointless, right? So what you gotta do is you have to go to the website that I'm going to put down below in the link, and that website is IPSW .me. It's going to take you to this website, and then you scroll down a little bit, you go to select device. Here's where you pick whatever device you have. Here's where you pick it, and let's say, so I have the iPad mini 2 and mine's the Wi-Fi. So like right here, that's the iPad. Where's the mini right here? So it's right here. You can see iPad mini 2 Wi-Fi, iPad mini 2 cellular, iPad mini 2 China. So I'm gonna pick Wi-Fi because mine's only Wi-Fi version. I'm not sure what China is, but if for some reason Wi-Fi and cellular don't work for you, try China, it might work. But from what I'm hearing, the tags are correct, like you shouldn't have any issue. So iPad mini 2, right? So that's what I have. I'll click on that. Next, it's going to ask you for the iOS. Right here you have the list of iOS's. It starts out at 7.0.3 all the way to the newest one, which is that 9.3.4. So right here you're going to pick your iOS that you want. Now there's a difference here, the green and the red. The green, we have 9.3.4, 9.3.3, 9.3.2. Those are the current ones that are being signed by Apple. So those are the only ones you can install. All these other ones in red have been revoked and are not signed anymore. So there's no point in downloading that. You can't do anything with it. So just focus on these greens. So like I said, the first thing you got to do is go to the website, make sure that these are still in green. 9.3.4 is always going to be in green because it's the latest one. But these two, if you're going to downgrade to 9.3.2, you can just click on 9.3.2 or 9.3.3. It's up to you, but I would just use 9.3.3 just because it patches some little, some bugs that 9.3.2 had. So anyways, like I said, the first thing you do, make sure that these are still in green. So for instance, I want to do 9.3, right? So I'll click on 9.3. It's green right here, and it'll be green right here. It just said this IPSW is signed which means you can restore it. So it tells you even down here if for some reason you can't see the colors here. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know is normally when the new one is released, they delete the previous one. So on this list of 3, this being the newest, this being the last one that's being signed, which is 9.3.2, this one's going to be usually, this one is the one that gets taken out first, and then the 9.3. So 9.2 should disappear first and then 9.3, but they might just get rid of both, since currently these are the last 2 that you can jailbreak in. So they might get, you know, a little bit greedy or whatever you want to call it and just take these out. But generally the way it goes is when the new one comes out, they always kind of have the previous one, but the one previous to that is always taken out. So anyways, like I said, pick your iOS, which is mine is 9.3. I'm on iPad mini. The one thing you might don't freak out about, right here it'll come up as iPad 4. When I was looking at this, when I was going to install it, I noticed that after I downloaded it, I noticed the tag, which is iPad 4 blah blah. That's not an issue. At first I thought I downloaded the wrong one. No, it's just the way they have it, and I don't know why it's like that. So like I said, make sure that it's still being signed before you upgrade, before you do anything else. Make sure it's being signed. If you are going to upgrade from 9.3.2 to 9.3.4 to downgrade back to 9.3, make sure that it's up there, because it would really suck if you upgrade and then they stop signing it. The other thing I wanted to let you know is when you do this, make sure you have plenty of time to sit on the computer and finish it from start to end, because you don't want to go to this website, download this one, and then be like, you know what, I'm going to do this a little bit later. You don't want to do that, because you don't know, nobody knows when they're going to stop signing these. So yeah, once you download everything, get everything ready, then begin to do this right away, because time may be limited. They might take it off tonight, they might take it off next week, they might take it off, you know, who knows when. Alright, so all you have to do is basically choose your device, like I said, choose your iOS, and click download. Once it's downloaded, it'll be like this, the IPSW. All you have to do with that is basically on PC, let me open iTunes. Alright, so now that we've downloaded the IPSW, it's wherever it is where you download whatever folder you're using. You're now open up iTunes. Make sure that you're using the current version of iTunes, that way you don't have any issues. It's worked on previous versions, but people have been having issues with it, so just update your iTunes to the latest version so you don't have any issues. Plug in your device. As you can see, my device is plugged in. My the iOS is 9.3.4, and basically what you want to do is a couple things to remember. One, make sure it's on the latest copy of iTunes, that way everything flows nicely. Make sure you download the IPSW, the correct one for your device. Make sure you back up all your pictures and all that stuff, because right now it's gonna, when you update or whatever, it might ask you to back up, which might be great and all, but it's not going to back up any information, because since you're going to be downgrading to a previous version, you can't install the, like, okay, so you're on 9.3.4, right? All the pictures and all whatever you did and text messages or whatever you did on 9.3.4 that's being backed up will not be able to be opened up, because you're going to be a 9.3.3, so you won't be able to get into 9.3.4's backup. So if that makes kind of sense. So if you have any important new pictures or anything like that, make sure you have that, you know, backed up somewhere, like off the device or something. Copy it to your hard drive or something. So what we want to do now is basically, you're gonna, on a PC, you're gonna hold down Shift and click check for update. On a Mac, I believe it's the option button. So for PC, since I'm on a PC, all you're gonna have to do is click and hold down Shift and then click check for updates right here. Once you do that, you can let go of the Shift button once this menu is up. This menu, you're gonna find a new IPSW, and in my case I put it on a desktop, so I go to my desktop. Here it is, IPSW for my iPad mini. And like I said, don't worry that it says iPad 4 whatever it might say. In my case, it says iPad 4. At first I was worried a little bit about that. I thought I downloaded the wrong one. That was just, it's the correct one, it's just for some reason labeled like that. So what we're gonna do now is open up. Now you're gonna, after you click open, you're gonna get this message. iTunes will update your iPad to iOS 9.3.3 and verify the update with Apple. So what I do is click OK. And right here, you're going to see it extracting software. You're going to see that you're on 9.3.4 and that your iTunes is preparing to update the software on the iPad. So basically, if you're going to do this, it's because if you're doing this downgrade, it's because you accidentally, or well, generally it's accidentally, you went into 9.3.4. Unless you did it purposely from 9.3.2 and you wanted to get 9.3.3, and for some reason you went all the way to number 4, you can still do you can still do this. Like I said, this should work on 9.3.2. Like if you just wanted to install that one instead of 9.3.3, it's the same process. It should still work as long as it's being signed. You shouldn't have any issues. But like I said, you should just be on 9.3.3. It's better than 2. It fixes a little bit of bugs, some bugs it has. At this moment, don't touch your iPad. Just leave it alone. It's just like if it's updating normally. You wouldn't want to touch it and mess with it. So just let it go. It's halfway done extracting. I mean, that's about it. If you have any issues, like I said before, if you downloaded the IPSW and for some reason it doesn't work, it says, I forgot what the message is. Something, basically you'll have a message that says it's not working for some reason. Then you downloaded the wrong IPSW. You have to go back and make sure you choose the correct one. If you're still doing the correct one, like you still click on the same thing and it's the same thing, like if you were, let's say the iPad mini in my case, if I clicked on cellular for some reason and it's not working, then try the other one. So I would go then from cellular to the Wi-Fi. If the Wi-Fi wasn't working, try the China one. So, but stay within the iPad mini 2s. If your iPad mini 2s or iPad mini 3s, stay in that category, just move up and down the list. But for most people, like 95% of people, the tags on there are labeled correctly. So if it's iPad mini whatever Wi-Fi, then it should be fine. But some people have been having issues. So as we can see, the iPad's doing its thing. I'm going to show you my iPad. It's connected right there, and we got the Apple logo, and then at the top you can see waiting for iPad. And at this point, it's verifying right there, so it looks like it passed the verification. If for some reason you downloaded some previous version to, other than 9.3.3 and or 2, you're not gonna get past this point. This is the point where they basically check, okay, yeah, we're still signing this update and it's still good. Like I said, make sure you check that the iOSs are still being signed on that website. It's very important that you do that. And you can see right up on the top it says updated iPad software. So now we're just going to let it update, and as you can see right here, it's updating. There's it's just like a normal update. So this one's going to finish first, and then you'll have this one. Just don't touch either of them. This is super easy. That's basically it. I mean, after you're done with this, just go back to use whatever method you want to jailbreak. I have videos on all 3 of them. Just to recap, there is the using Safari one, which still currently works, although it's buggy, so you have to try multiple times. For me, my lucky number was the 9th attempt, and that one consists of doing that whole entire airplane mode. Like once you go to the jailbreaking9.com, you click on download. You have to go to the home screen really quickly and make sure that the PP app is downloading, As soon as it goes from downloading into installing, you have to turn on airplane mode. So normally what I do is I pull out the screen, the bottom screen where it has all those toggles, and I leave it like halfway up, so my thumb's just, you know, hovering over it. As soon as I see it, I fully take it out and click on airplane mode, because a lot of people are having issues with their timings. They'll see that it's turning from downloading into installing, and then they think that they can pull up the menu and then push the button, and they can't. And you'll know that you did this wrong when the app doesn't install, you get some errors, or when you install the app and it's blacked out, like it's darker than it should be. The other method is the computer method, which is you just open up the PP Assistant 5.0, I believe, and you just let the computer install it. As you can see right here, iTunes is done, and my iPad is basically respringing. The last method is I believe it's the 1 year. I don't know, I have to look at it. Anyways, we can see here that it's working. So yeah, we just gotta basically wait for this to fill up, and then we can jailbreak it again. And that's all you have to do. That is literally all you have to do. It's super simple to do. And yeah, and then right here, make sure you don't do this. Right here it's telling us new iPad software version 9.3.4 is available for the iPad. Would you like to update the iPad? No. Make sure you click later or exit out or whatever, because then that defeats the purpose of what you just did. You're going to reinstall 9.3.4. And my iPad's almost done. Wait, just shows connected, and it's popping up there. It's syncing up, and you can see in the top, I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There, it's syncing. And let me open it up. There we go. Let me go down to settings and go into about and show you that I'm on 9.3.3. So there you go, 9.3.3. And just to show you it's real. So now we're gonna go, and since I already had on my last backup, I had the PP app. Technically, I should just be able to do this. Go to the PP app, and right here you'll see, right here you'll see that it's 9.3.3. I don't know if you noticed previously when I opened this, it said 4. And what you want to do is you can uncheck that PPE thing. If you uncheck that, that's their app store thing. You don't want to use that. Anyways, click on the circle. Once again, you get the message that you have to close the screen. Do like to say wait the 20 seconds. Try to be within 20 seconds. Don't go overboard, but don't go under. And we're gonna close down the screen, and then if this went correctly, we should be seeing that message, the almost full, and the PP, and it should stay on the screen for a couple seconds. So it looks like everything went well. I should have my Cydia back up and running. Now, if for any reason you push down on the PP app and you did the closing screen, and it just shows this message and automatically, like within 1 or 2 seconds, disappears and resprings, it's gonna fail. You messed up somehow, so you got to redo it. As you can see, for me, both messages popped up, and it took a couple seconds to actually respring on its own. When you're on that menu screen, on the lock screen, don't do anything. Don't do anything with your phone. Just let it be. Let it do its own thing. So like I said, if for some reason this app is blacked out, then you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have to reinstall from the Jailbreaking 9 or whatever method you used to get the app on there in the first place. And all you would have to do is just hold it down and then just delete it like that, and then redo the process. If the app is white, it technically should be good. I mean, other than that, if Cydia is not working, like it doesn't open up, let's see if Cydia, I didn't even test it. If Cydia keeps on crashing, or if it opens up and it has errors in the changes, like where it says it can't change because of whatever, just reinstall the PP app and then re-jailbreak it basically. You should be fine. For the Jailbreaking 9, like I said, that one's a little bit buggy, so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like initially to get the Cydia app on your thing. Once you have Cydia on your device, you don't really have to worry about it. Don't turn off your device. If you do for any reason, all you have to do is go back to the PP app, open it up, push in the middle of the circle, close it down, and do this process again. That's all you have to do, so it's not a big deal. As you can see, we have Cydia right there running, loading, and just to show you that it's working, Cydia right here on the bottom. So yeah, that's basically it. Sorry if this video is long, but a lot of people were asking me just different things going on with their device, and yeah. So I have my Cydia back, I have my PP back, and that, like I said, that little thing that I clicked beforehand, right here where it showed like there was a little check mark, and I unchecked that. That was for their app store. So I don't want their app store, because I mean, why would you want it to begin with? So now I'm happy again because my device is jailbroken. So simple as that. If you have any questions, let me know. Basically, if this video helped you in any way, please like, share, subscribe. I'll have more videos. I'm actually going to do my next video is one that people have been asking me for a lot for some reason, and it's a movie app. Anyways, I'll have that in my next video. Yeah, so if it helped, glad it helped. Anyways, happy jailbreaking.